broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, God, this is one of my favorites.
Taking it back, right?
This brings me back to high school. Hey, everybody. Thank you for watching the Kocktails with Khloe after show here on AfterBuzz TV. And we are on season 1 and episode
5.
It is episode 5.
Yeah.
And it is Twerk-Teeny. I didn't write down the episode. I forgot the number. But I do know that the most important part is the Twerk-Teeny.
Yes.
So obviously this is going to be an awesome show like it is every single week. So I am Justine, and you can find me on Twitter at Justine DiVanna 3, and welcome my lovely co-host today.
Hello guys, my name is Dakota T. Jones. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones.
And hey, it is Laila Sandry. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Laila Sandry.
Hi guys, I'm Samantha Benitz. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Samantha_Benitz.
Awesome! Oh, I'm so excited. I think like whenever there's there's good music in the beginning, it always gets me pumped
It gets
up.
you going.
Music always gets you in the
Like
mood,
it really does. Oh, let me just put this out there. Stay till the end of the show because we are going to be doing our giveaway that we announced 2 weeks ago, and we actually had a lot of applicants.
A lot of feedback.
Thank you.
So we're really excited about that. And also, we have some really major news and gossip. I think that's going to be the best part of this whole show. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Lots to talk about.
Yeah, so let's jump right into it. We had, I think, some of the, if this is a word, the funnest guests. Is that like
the most fun guests.
Yeah.
So,
Very entertaining.
Entertaining and just very open and free with themselves.
I know. While we were watching, I was telling you guys, I literally think this is the best episode that we've seen so far. The energy is just there, and it's not so much about like, oh, I'm coming on to just promote my show.
Yeah.
Like they literally just had fun, and they let go of all the, oh, well, I'm doing this, and this for the greater good.
And we finally didn't have an episode with like another family member of hers on.
Yes.
So that was a different vibe.
It was
And I
different.
think it gave her, Khloe, I think she seemed to be more her true, authentic self. Like, I still think she struggles a little with, you know, the whole promos, like, and stay tuned next week for Cocktails with Khloe. And I'm just like, no, she needs to.
I
She's
like her
getting
a lot.
better.
I feel
She's
like she
getting
does.
better. She's getting a lot better with that, like more of herself, you know?
Yeah, I think anytime that Khloe does anything, she always brings her full self to it. So I'm really excited to see that she's kind of loosening up and like getting more into this whole like
Role
feel.
of hers,
Yeah.
I think it's just like more about the whole show is like a fun-based show, so I think it's just more like relaxing and just having fun. And I think she's finally doing that.
And she's getting comfortable, you know? She's never really done it before. I mean, she has. She totally screwed up on X Factor, but that was like a totally different thing.
She was hosting for radio too when she first started too. She was doing a little Y100 show in Miami. But
see, anything she ever does, I always think she does a great job. And you know, I know it's hard. She did the X Factor. Reading the teleprompter is always difficult, but like
it's a totally different skill.
And totally different. Oh yeah.
So I mean, I think she always does everything great, and I do want to see her maybe come back now that she's been in the talk show business for a while. I'd like to see her host something like X Factor again or something, because I think she has it down now to where she could really do like the best job she could do.
She has the energy and the charisma and the personality, all the above. So I really think she brings a lot of good energy to every show she does. And I really enjoy her on this. It's like a different dynamic every week, so it's kind of fun to stay tuned just to see how she's gonna react with different guests.
Yes, because it's different every week. It's never the same. It's always a different vibe, different people from different backgrounds. It's great.
That's one thing I love about the show is that it's always different, and it's always like it's not like a normal show. It has like you have your set cast. It might switch a little bit, but this is totally different vibe every week, and it just keeps it really exciting and like you want to see what's going to happen.
I love that diversity.
Well, speaking of vibes and fun and all different kind of personalities, we started off with Kat DeLuna today. Her single "Wine Up" is God, my words today. I'm like trying to get it all out. Kat DeLuna, basically, she was big kind of in like the late 2000s. So going back to 2009, she had Wine Up, she had Run the Show. She really only had like a few one-hit wonders, I feel like. She's a recording artist, but I just don't feel like we've seen a lot of her. I know her because back in the day I used to listen to her stuff, but a lot of people don't know who she is.
Yeah, I really wasn't. I know that song, of course, but I looked on her Twitter a little bit, and it looked like she's promoting a new song now called Bum Bum with Trey Songz.
Oh, okay,
so I guess maybe she's gonna come out with something new.
Yeah,
and
I think she's working on her 3rd studio album, and I know she's worked previously with like Akon and Lil Wayne, so she's doing her thing out there.
Yes.
I like how she didn't. Like, who said it? She didn't sit there and promote it.
Oh, I know.
No, she didn't mention it.
She just went and was herself and had fun. And also, we forgot to mention David Arquette, who was already there. He was there at the start of the show.
Yeah.
Yes, David Arquette.
I looked over you and I was like, this guy is so funny. He's so goofy. He's just...
David Arquette.
He was not the goofiest. Like, the whole time I was looking, I was like, oh my god, like, he's so quirky, and like everything he says, I'm like, is he joking? Is he meaning it, or is he kidding? Like,
I just love him so much. I think he should have his own show. Like, honestly, he's just so goofy and hilarious.
And he's like kind-hearted. I just felt like he had the best intentions and like the sweetest things to say tonight, and I really liked him even more. I'm like, wow, aside from his acting career, like, I'm really liking this person as well.
Yeah, I never really have known him like personally, and obviously like these shows kind of give us a little window to look into their personal life. I love the fact that, you know, him and Courtney Cox, they got a divorce so long ago. That's very sad, but he made the most of it. He is sticking, like, being friendly with her because they have a kid. They make a successful business together. They have that show Celebrity Name Game, which is hilarious. I love that he doesn't bash on her or like diss on her. Like, he respects her because they spend a lot of great time together.
Yeah,
so I love that.
13 years together, he said.
Yeah, I love how he is breaking that stereotypical Hollywood thing where you have to like hate your ex.
Well,
you
he
know?
was saying like if you always just put the kid first, then that's like usually what makes that good like relationship, and that's like the most important thing at the end of the day. So I think that makes him a great guy.
Yeah, they were together from 1999 to 2013. I have down here, and he's known for so many things.
Scream.
Like some of the younger people that don't know David Arquette, he was in Scream, Wild Bill, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like,
Never Kiss.
Yeah. He's been in a lot of different things, so he's, you know, I think he's more, you know,
he's very versatile.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, one of the topics they were all talking about was talking about his kids and like his relationship with Courtney Cox, and talking about how his relationship with Courtney and the dynamic between that and his new wife, and I don't know, just basically relationships, and like, how do you guys feel about that whole conversation that he was talking about?
I loved it. I mean, you know, it was a very good talk they had about like moving on, getting over the sad stuff, and just really living in the moment. You know, he has a new wife now, but you know, he can still be cordial, and I love that Khloé does the same thing. Khloé has had some very public breakups, and she's still like, even with Lamar right now, you know, he has cheated on her so many times and, you know, broke her heart, but she's still there for him, you know.
Khloé was also comparing it to like her mom's relationship, you know, with her dad, and then when her mom got with Bruce, and like how her dad would know things that like, and she's like, oh, that's kind of awkward, but you have to put it aside for the like the greater good of the family. And David Arquette, he kind of has that. You know, it seems like he has that personality, like where he made everyone feel so at ease there. He brought that like dynamic in that just kind of made everyone like.
He was great for the show because I felt like, oh my god, finally I can watch and not feel like every episode I feel like I'm like what are they gonna say? Like, are they reading it? Like, I just never felt like anyone was genuinely there just to like hang out, and I feel like he really truly was there just to hang out.
He made the whole aura just like a more fun environment, and just, I think, like I said before, this is the best episode by far, and I can't wait. I really hope that they stick with this, and like the next episodes to come are gonna be just as fun. Yeah,
I think like, you know, like as you go into a show, it's new, and as you keep going, like you're progressing through the season, like you make those little changes. I mean, she has her whole team of like producers and editors that look at this and probably make these suggestions to her. Maybe that's a different route they're going now, so it would be nice.
Yes,
I saw some mixed reviews on that topic that said the producers at the network kind of have a different future allegedly planned for the show. They said the producers really believe that people are tuning into the show to see off-script Kardashian drama carry over into Cocktails. A source told Radar Online, we're not sure if that's true or not, but it says they are looking at this the same way that audiences respond to such shows, such as Watch What Happens Live. Yeah. So that's another one. So right now they're having a bit of discrepancy with Khloé as far as the future format goes. Yeah. So maybe that might alter or stay the same depending on how comfortable or how it brings in ratings.
At the end of the show, she does her Khloé's cocktail theater, and I mean, it's been like there's been so much like Kanye. I mean, honestly, if she wanted to, she could do a different topic every single week about her family and Kanye, but she needs to steer away from that because I mean, yes, people are talking about that, which brings attraction to the show, but it can't really all be about that.
I think they're right though.
It's enough.
Like what you were saying, that I definitely think people I know me, a little part of me, even though I didn't even realize it until you said that, a little part of me every week is like, oh, like what kind of Kardashian drama are they going to bring up? Like, not saying that's the whole show, but I just think that their lives are so dramatic, and it's like so interesting how dramatic they are that I automatically am like, I want to know. So I totally understand where they're coming from, and I think I see why they want to kind of bring Kardashian drama into it. I don't know. Do you guys think that that's a good idea, a bad idea? What do you think?
I think, you know, anything you have going on with the Kardashians, it's always going to be dramatic and fun. I think obviously they do stuff for the show to like make people want to watch, but I do think that the Kardashians, they don't really have to try to be dramatic. I think they just are. Like, I think that they're literally just living their lives, and I love that they're dramatic because I tune in every week. I love the show.
They're dramatic. Yeah. They're dramatic, but it's like they're not. I mean, people just make their situation so much more dramatic than they are. Like, it could be something that happens to us every day, and it would be like nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like behind closed doors, but we're being exposed to it. So I think it's kind of cool in that regard, and that's why everybody like loves to tune in. I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the Kardashians. I mean, God, they like own. How many shows do these people have?
I mean, they have like Keeping Up. They have, you know, Dash Dolls. They have Cocktails with Khloe. I know they have had so many spinoffs like Kourtney and Kim Take New York.
I know.
Khloe
I was hearing people
Kourtney
wanted like Kendall and Kylie to have their own.
Oh, they
I would
totally
love
should.
that.
I'm surprised that they don't have that. They might be.
Did you guys hear me say this is probably the first week I said they're going to have as soon as they become of age, because I have a feeling they have to be of age, Keeping Up with Kendall and Kylie.
They should.
I know that's gonna happen.
I'm gonna watch, and
And
I hope we all
it's
hope.
I mean,
It's probably not yet, but-
I'm sure people have been pitching that for a while to them. And like, just like I saw last week, like Kendall posted something on her Instagram page. It's like the cartoon of her and Kylie, just her and Kylie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe something's going on.
Did you know what that is? Because that dropped today. That's a little early news and gossip, but I don't know.
Early news and gossip.
Yeah, okay.
Say it.
So basically, Kendall and Kylie came out with their game today called Kendall and Kylie Game. So it's going to be a lot. I mean, I don't know. I downloaded it, but I didn't have a chance to play it yet today. But I know it's going to be like a spin where it's like cartoon characters and like a day in the life of Kendall and Kylie, and you're just like, you know, you pick out what you're gonna wear, you go on these adventures with them, and like walk the red carpet and walk the runway. So it's gonna be interesting to see, and I think it's probably gonna be a big success, just like Kim's.
Is it bad I'm not into those games? Like, I could literally care less if I like Kim for a day.
I'm not into that either. But that could be the early lead of their own show. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I hope that would be amazing. But let's get into someone that we all didn't know at all, and it was Katie O'Brien. And no offense, this is no shade to Katie. I just really had no idea who she was. I was trying to do research on everyone, and I looked, I'm like, who the hell is this? So basically, she is on the new show on TV Land, Teachers, and she's a writer and actor producer, and she basically told us a really cool story. She's from Chicago, and she met 5 other people by the names of Katie, and they came up with their own web show, and long story short, now they have their own TV show on TV Land. Like, how cool is that?
I think that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's really goes to show you can make yourself on this new media like YouTube, all those things. Like, I just love that. I mean, you can literally come up with your own idea, and then people will literally pay you to like come on a bigger stage and like do it in front of the world. It's great.
You just gotta put it out there. I think it's great. Like, you don't have to really sit around and wait anymore like you used to have to.
I know.
You can now be interactive with your fans like from your home computer. So that is super cool. And then take it to the big screen. So to me, it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if more YouTube stars make it to TV shows or even
turn into
films
series.
online.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the people that are actually YouTubers turning into kind of more into the TV. I think that there are a lot of the channels that have their own shows. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of YouTubers that kind of, just nothing against it because I'm all about beauty, but a lot of the beauty girls are kind of, they stay more with that, not as much as like TV.
Totally.
And what's funny talking about that, like the first couple, or what was that, the first week or the second week with Jenna Marbles was in it. And it's so funny because some of those people that are so used to just sitting in front of their computer cannot transition.
Right.
They can't transition.
You're right, but I think there's a difference between like Jenna Marbles, who's like a YouTube star, she's doing her own videos, or someone like actually doing a web series that are like actors that are like, we're putting our work out there, and who wants to see it.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah.
So
like they did it to get themselves out there. Like Jenna just kind of did it to just do it, and it just kind of happened.
And it just picked up and people liked it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's such a cool idea. It's hard because there's so many people out there. What do you think you need to do to actually stand out just like them?
I think honestly, like I love how some of the YouTubers, you know, they do their thing where like, all right, let's do 15 random facts about me. Okay, let's do this, that. No, I like it when someone like Cameron Dallas, he comes out and he does like funny little skits, or he'll like, you know, do Musically or Vine and just like create little scenarios, and it just shows, oh, okay, like he's acting, like he can do the acting thing too. He's actually recently done like 2 movies, and they've been a little bit lower budget, but man, I think the kid can act, and I think he's great, and I think I just love how he really took the platform he had on YouTube and just made it even bigger than he had. So now he's making a lot of money.
Yeah, you just have to be very innovative and unique with your idea, and just be very proactive about how you're going to brand it and get it out there, and make sure that you share. I feel like it's all about networking these days.
Putting it out there and doing something like very different and maybe a little controversial, but also just like having like charisma, and, you know, and
I
just
feel like controversial can either
it can
help you or screw you over.
It can. It's like people. It just depends how controversial, but people are going to talk about it. People are going to talk about it if it's controversial. It brings attention to you.
I am all about a good scandal. I am all about a good scandal.
That's like that thing is any publicity, good publicity.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what her name is. I say her name wrong all the time. So if anybody that is watching knows her last name, her name's Lily, and her stage name, YouTube name is Superwoman.
Oh yeah, she's funny.
And so she actually, it's kind of the same thing. She does little skits, and she's Indian, and she imitates her parents, and like has the accents and everything. And so she kind of, I feel like when you were talking about that, she kind of got my mind. I'm like, oh, she's someone that could have her own show.
Yeah.
And then there's another girl. She's kind of like a Jenna Marbles, but not. She's like really controversial. I cannot remember.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Oh God, she did something about fat shaming.
She started fat shaming, and she's done so many other things, like Instagram models. She's done one on that.
God, I'm so mad.
I wish
I would have done research on this, but I didn't know we were going to be talking about this.
I've watched a few of her videos, but man, that controversy, like everyone hates her pretty much because of the stuff she says. Like even some of the stuff she says, I was watching, I'm like, ooh, girl, I would not have said
I've watched a few of her videos, and
it
it's
can
like
be insensitive for those who are going through their own struggles.
And you know what people say, that any publicity, bad publicity is good publicity, and I agree to an extent, but I'm like, do you really want to be known for being that person that's hated? Like, I understand, like, not everyone's gonna agree with what I say. Clearly, not everyone's gonna agree with what everybody else says. But like, for the most part, I try to be someone that people can relate to. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna. No, she takes it really far.
She does take it really far.
But coming back to Katie O'Brien, I really want to see her show Teachers, and she said she's actually writing, producing, and acting in it, which I think is great because she's
with a bunch of her friends.
Yeah, because she's super involved in it. So I really do want to see that. And they said that it started out with her improv group called the Katie Did, since all their names were a version of Katie or Catherine. Or yeah, I love that about her. But
I love that. Now the next guest, he was. Oh, I'm obsessed with him. Like, the second he came on, I was just like this. I was like, this.
She's getting really excited right now.
Taye Diggs, he's 45. Let me say, he looks fabulous. 45? Yes, I know everything about him. So he's an actor, singer, and if anybody doesn't know who he is, what I know him for is for the movie Rent, the movie, and the actual Broadway play. So it's kind of rare to see someone that was actually on the Broadway play go into the film. He's done both, and he was also on my favorite show, Private Practice, which was a spinoff of Grey's Anatomy. And I've always been in love with him. I thought he is so gorgeous. Like, I'm in love with him.
He's suave and articulate.
No way, really? No.
But
he's very smooth.
This shows that, like, my taste is so random, because I love, like, Scott Disick and then Taye Diggs. Like,
one is
a beautiful chocolate man, and the other is like a tiny little white boy. Like,
it just shows that you don't like pick one side or the other. You like love them all.
I love them all.
Like the smorgasbord.
Yes.
So he's also done some other things, like the Best Man Holiday, and the most recent one he did was another Broadway play. And I wrote it down.
He said he just finished a Broadway show.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch?
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
I think so.
Okay, because he played a, what is it? Was it transgender, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you feel that he brought that whole situation in and kind of referred it to David, and then brought in Caitlyn Jenner? Jesus. How do you feel that he kind of brought that in and involved most of the people that were in the room?
I mean, it just goes to show you that he's very good at incorporating everyone, getting everyone involved in the conversation. Personally, I think it was crazy because I didn't know that David Arquette had a transgender sister.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I knew that like years ago was when it happened, which is like was so controversial back then. But yeah, it was kind of cool. It was just interesting how he kind of brought that in, and of course, like the producers, I think, book guests a certain way to also bring stuff up. But
I thought it was too funny though whenever they were going over and saying, like, I guess David Arquette's sister, after Caitlyn Jenner came out, was saying, I think I'm just gender suspicious and I'm gonna just do whatever I want, like, cause trying to take it to the next level. Because she's like, oh, I already did what Caitlyn did, let's take it to the next level. But I think the comedy that David Arquette brings to this,
can he just be like a regular on the show?
Seriously, he needs to be like another Sharon or something like that.
I don't know if anybody was agreeing with me. Like the whole time he was talking, he would just say something, and I was like, did he mean to say that? Like almost everything he said, I was kind of like.
Yeah.
Like, is he all there? Like, no, but like in a fun way. Like,
I
just like he's just so
unfiltered.
goofy.
Yeah. I think it's helped Khloé a lot too. I think it really their chemistry together was good. And
I want to legit be friends with him.
She needs her little sidekick. Like, you know, Chelsea Handler had Chewy. Like, she needs a sidekick. Like
David
Arquette.
Okay, can we talk about though after the commercial break? It randomly comes back with this little dummy that he's talking with. That part was weird. I was like,
that was beyond creepy.
I was like, David, what are you doing?
I hate ventriloquists. Not ventriloquist. The actual
doll.
The dummy.
Yeah, it freaks me out.
Well, this doll, and Khloé totally called it out. She's like, if I was your kid, I would be terrified. It looks like Chucky. It had red hair, if you guys didn't see yet, but it had red hair. Like, it's gonna come to life and kill me in my sleep.
I honestly didn't really pay attention to it because I really hated it. I was like, I can't look.
There's a new movie.
Me out.
I don't know if it's called The Doll or The Dolls. I don't know.
The Boy.
Or maybe Oh no. I would not even go to that movie. My friends were like, let's go, and I'm like, hell no! No way!
Sounded like a T-Pain album.
That did kind of sound like
Heck no! Have you guys seen that Vine that says that or no? Okay. You guys probably think I'm weird.
I just love this cast tonight, and I meant to mention, talking about Cataluna. Tell me, the whole time, the entire show, she reminds me of Snooki before Snooki lost weight. Snooki on the Jersey Shore. I love that Snooki. This is a good thing. The way she's just I don't care, I do this, and she's just little munchkin.
She was really open about it. She was very open about it.
She was a little munchkin. Remember when Snooki was a meatball? That was her. And I loved it. I just loved all of them tonight.
It was
I think Kat could be Khloé's
sidekick
partner too. I feel like they could switch on.
They had a good vibe going on tonight.
And let's talk about her outfit. That left little to the imagination when she would turn around.
But she brought it. I thought it worked for her style.
It reminded me of when you go through a car wash and then those those little, what are those, rubber?
Those washers.
Washers. That's what her dress looked like to me.
The little
that you drive your car through.
Yeah, but I mean,
the panels.
They kind of reminded me of that. But let's talk about. I don't know. I thought this was so funny. The topic that they talked about with Cataluna, and they talked about her and her relationships, and we got into her whole idea of guys' things, which we can get to in a minute. So basically, she said that she was picky. She's had. We're getting into that. I don't care what you say. She talks about she's picky. She has had one boyfriend. Her first kiss was when she was 20. Tell me feelings on that. How do you?
I think that's great. I think that is absolutely great. It just.
Were you 20? How old were you when you first hooked up with someone? Come get me.
Whoa. Okay, maybe not hooked up. Okay, the first time I ever kissed a girl, I was 13, and it was. It was in my what was it? Oh, my dog kennel. I had 2-3 dogs, and then we were in their little house.
So that was a good sized kennel.
Wait, the dogs were in there?
Yeah, the dogs were in there, and we just had our first little kiss, and now she's.
Wait, how'd you guys fit in there? It was big?
What?
The kennel?
Yeah. It's great. We have air conditioning. We have a heater in there. But she's actually.
Where do your dogs live?
Yeah, but you know what? We still. That's the only girl that I've still remained friends with after we've broken up. She's a great girl. Anyway, God bless.
All right, you guys.
Kissing in the kennel.
Kissing in the kennel. Yes.
Are you guys a Kat, or are you more like a Khloé?
But Khloé said she had waited a long time too.
Yeah, but I feel like she's definitely had her fair share of hookups. More than Kat. Kat said she's hooked up with one person.
I don't know. Not definitely. Probably somewhere in between the two of them. I waited a while.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I love it when people, obviously Kat has done her thing, but I love when people they don't have to be young and screwing around.
Promiscuous or anything.
Yeah, I'm not a promiscuous person personally, and I just love when I see people who they can wait and they don't have to just jump right on into the sex train. You know?
Right.
I was 17 when not my first kiss, hooked up with my first he was like my boyfriend, so I was really good, and then I went crazy. So I mean, I kind of like went on, I was like this, yay, I was good, and all of a sudden I went down, and then I went like back. So I'm okay, guys, I'm good now.
I'm like right there with you.
Right? I wasn't always like this. I fluctuate.
I feel like so many people say once it happens, you just like, well, I did it once, let's do it again.
Right.
That was my problem. My problem was that my first person that I hooked up with was the guy that I thought I was in love with, and then he broke my heart, and I was just like, screw this, I'm getting with everyone, and then that was down.
We don't advise that at all.
We don't. Please do not be like me.
Which makes you feel bad in the end anyways.
Yeah.
Let's put that
it
Hookups are no bueno.
And if you're someone out there that's watching this, that like, don't feel bad. Like, don't feel bad if you're someone out there that's watching this and like have like angels over here.
Yeah.
And Kat DeLuna who's hooked up with one person. It's okay. I have been there. I have literally been there. Like, don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, no regrets, lesson learned, like Khloé said.
Exactly. Also, let's really quick get into the twerk teeny thing because I thought that was genius. Watching, I'm gonna like once I turn 21.
Game. Like we need to get this like
seriously.
game.
Like next week on the show, I want to see you guys do this, and I'll be the
Can we
judge.
do it?
Yes.
Oh
seriously,
my
we
God.
probably could. I feel like we should do that as
With,
like a little
splash
segment.
martinis
It's
on
really
the
not. So if you guys, we'll just kind of describe what they're talking about. It was like kind of like a belt with a martini shaker on the back, and the game was for them to put the drink in and twerk, and whoever mixed the drink up by twerking won the contest.
I feel like I could
They
win.
both looked really good.
I
feel like
I
we'd
could
be a
win.
secret
Wait,
twerker.
the drinks or the twerks?
I can pop that thing.
Wait.
Which looked really. You said they both looked really good.
I forgot what I said.
Oh, the
They
drinks.
looked
You
really
know, like
good.
there was two different drinks.
The drinks. I was thinking of drinks.
Are you talking about the people shaking the drinks?
I really. That's what I was
talking
asking.
about the actual. Yeah, well, because she asked me a question, I forgot what I said.
Oh my god.
I feel like he'd be a secret twerk.
Oh, I know how to.
Twerker. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Twerker?
My school dance like a long time
Twerker?
ago, my senior year.
Like, I feel like you'd be the best, and I feel like whoever we think would be like the worst would actually be the best. No offense. I feel like you would look like you'd be the worst, but you'd be the
No,
best.
like I don't know. I can like move.
I think Layla too.
Layla can pop it back. She's like twerk, twerk.
Does anybody want to see us do this next week?
Oh,
Me,
my
I don't know,
Oh,
because
gosh.
I'm the kind of person, like, if I drink, I spill it everywhere all the time. Like,
Yeah.
so there's like, me, it would end up all in my pants. It would not look good.
Oh, well, that's another story.
Yeah, that's another story. But like I said, this episode was really great, but I really feel like we should get into some news and gossip because we have
Yes.
a lot of news and gossip this week. All right, so we're gonna start off. Where's my little news and gossip? I have stuff everywhere today. Hey. Okay, here we go. Okay, so King Kylie, you know, that one that we're obsessed with, me and you over here.
Oh, yes.
I know everyone loves her, but we have an obsession with her to a new level. So she has her new lip kit, like I said last week. This is something completely different. It's not the same line, but she has her new King Kylie nail polish collection with sinful colors. So the first 20 jewel shade tones will be released March 1st, and there's 2 more Kylie branded collections coming in April and May, and they are not connected to the Kylie Cosmetics line.
Yeah, I was wondering that, and I know we have a picture. I think it's showing right now of the ad for the King Kylie the nail polish. I think as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, she's like that's the next thing in Kylie Cosmetics, but no, I guess it's like a totally different thing.
Yeah, and she actually said something on it too, that she's known for her like the Kylie claws,
Yes.
the long nails like I am, and now she wrote something that she's kind of over that and she likes the short nails and she doesn't think she'll ever go back long, and I'm like, oh come on, I like that
Yes.
trend, I love the claws, and then watch, I'll be like, no, I'll keep them, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden I'm like, wait, never mind, they're short.
And
I
now,
like the coffin nails. They're
Me
cute.
too. I'm a
I think it's
follower when
pretty
it
cool.
comes to like her trends though. I really
Yeah, she's got style.
yeah. Now we have this next picture of Rob Kardashian. This is a before and after pic. After he's been with Black China, I've noticed he's been working out a lot. You know, we've seen little clips and little things of like him with Black China. He actually, if you can look at this picture, I know he's wearing black, so it's kind of hard to see. But in the first picture and the second picture, I see a lot of improvement.
I can see
Yeah,
it.
With
I
the
see it in his
chin,
face especially.
yeah, the face, with like the stomach. I'm so proud of him. I just want to take this time to say that I am so proud that he's like really taking an initiative right now. And I know that he also, he was like, he has diabetes, right?
Yeah.
So I'm really proud that
Has
he's...
he always?
No, I think he developed it
Recently
from
diagnosed.
his eating habits and
Yeah.
his weight
I wish we
gain.
had a before picture.
Because he looks so cute. He's such a cutie.
He was like, you know, the 6-pack, you know,
Yeah,
everything.
getting modeling contracts.
We need a
beautiful.
picture of him from before, because like it is so crazy how much weight he gained. Like it
Yeah.
really is crazy. He was so
Sad.
little. Like how long has it been since he's been on the actual show? It's been years.
It's no,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, the last time I've seen him on the show, he was bigger. It was maybe like this last season. On one episode, he was talking with Khloé.
But I mean when he was a part of it, actually.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. It's been a while. It's been a while, but I am very proud, and he's actually, I feel like he can do it. I feel like this time he's taking it more seriously, so I'm super excited for him. But also, something kind of cool, I have this new phone case, guys.
Oh
it is
my gosh.
a picture of Kylie next to herself. It's a little fun Instagram account that I actually like found online. It's like huge now. They've got over 366,000 followers. They have these crazy awesome Kardashian products. They have like the
crying
backpack.
cam.
Yeah, it's like it says like one person unfollowed you, and it's like her crying. That's so me when I find out someone unfollowed me.
And who is this is the brand. What's the brand?
Saint Hope's.
Okay.
Yeah, and this other one is like a picture of a shampoo bottle, and it says no more tears, no more tears, no more tears, like, you know, like for the hair. And the other one is Kylie next to herself as a young one, like maybe like preteen, and then now.
Creepy.
Is this supposed to be like The Shining?
It's kind of creepy.
That's what I got.
Reminds
I
me
got
of-
that as like The Shining. I think it is really scary, and the fact that you have this as your cell phone cover is really scary.
But the thing is, like, I love Kylie.
like it.
I love Kylie. I love the way she looked before and after. I think she's an amazing. Like, she looks incredible. So I really do
Such a
love
good
this
idea.
phone case.
That's
yeah,
cool, though.
But this guy,
such a good idea.
this guy's making so much money off of it, and like, I just love this account. If you guys want to go follow him, he's like, I just love watching all the funny stuff he comes up with. He's a very controversial account, and he doesn't like care. They don't care at all. They just like let it go.
Hey, I like that. Which is this the 6+?
This is the 6+, yeah.
I really like that. I mean, it's creepy, but there's
It's
like
creepy
some of the
but
other
cool.
ones.
Yeah. So anyway, do you guys have any news and
Yeah, I
gossip?
have a little bit. Just the whole thing with Kanye lately, just his outbursts and his tweets. I mean, what is he going to say next?
He's
What
so
isn't he going to
annoying.
say next? But recently, it's been out there that, you know, on his newest album, The Life of Pablo, on his famous track, he says like he might still have a chance to sleep with Taylor, and someone says why, and he's like, because I made that be
Biatch.
famous.
Yeah.
And you know, the whole backlash with Taylor responding at the Grammys, she won Grammys for Album of the Year, responding just like not to let people take your fame, not to take away your spotlight, pretty much. I mean, you guys probably, I'm sure, have seen the speech. I
Yeah.
thought it was incredible, the message she sent out there to girls and people in general, but just to like not worry about what people think about you, and just do you, and do, if you're talented, put it out there, and who cares. So
And she said it very like with so much class, and I was actually there at the Grammys, and like at first I didn't realize that it was about Kanye because she did it with so much class.
I didn't either. I thought it was just like, I honestly, because she has so many young fans, I thought it was a message to all her like young girls
That's
out there.
what I thought it
which like,
was.
it's like if I was at her level, I would want to talk to teenage girls
Yeah.
and just let them know like, hey, you might be going through stuff and being picked on now, but it'll, you know, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your heart
I
is
love
the
that,
payoff.
Yeah.
I thought her and Kanye squashed it. Like I
They
remember
did.
there was
I
like a
thought so,
picture
too.
of them together,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're like, oh, like they reenacted the whole thing from 2009. I just feel like he constantly wants to be in the spotlight, so he's constantly starting new shit, and he's annoying, and he should just effing go away.
Right, and then
I
that-
can't stand Kanye.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are right there with you. And then you know, there's a little bit more online right now, which you'll go into about how he's broke and how he's going broke or has no money. So
Yeah, allegedly he's $53 million or so in debt. I'm not really sure of the specifics of what this debt accrues. I'm not even really sure what that means. But I know it is correct, but it's not really the debt that we're thinking. I think it's more investment type of debt. So.
Can you guys tell me, all of you right now, if you were broke and you were known for having this lavish lifestyle, I think this is a pretty simple damn answer. Would you want everyone to know that you're broke?
No,
absolutely
absolutely
not.
not.
That's
So
part
what
of
is
your
the-
image.
What's the point of this? I don't get the point, especially Kardashians.
I feel like the
That's all they care
Kardashians.
about.
I feel like the
Honestly-
Kardashians probably are freaking out right now. Like we don't want to have like
We
some
don't
person
want to be
looks
tied
poor.
to you.
Yeah.
You're poor.
Like
Get away
Kim's
from
like, I'm not broke. Like, what are you talking about? I just bought in Northwest like $1,000
yeah,
pair of shoes.
Kim wants to kill him right now, but she
Maybe
probably
she should
does.
stop buying like $1,000 pairs of shoes for her freaking toddler.
Yeah.
Ugh, I can't
I
with
think
that.
Kanye's probably just feeling like everybody sees him a certain way, and he always says that he's misunderstood. So I think when everybody perceives his family as like money and fame hungry, that he always wants to counteract that with the opposite claim. So I can see where he's trying to come from, but the Taylor move is not in good taste, I will say.
Yeah,
you know?
he needs to. He keeps bringing that up. I mean,
Yeah.
he needs to let it.
He needs to let it
rest.
go, and she forgave him, and like we moved on, and then he has to say this again. Ugh,
And you know, it's on this album, which was originally Waves to Swish, The Life of Pablo, which I was like, okay, is it about an allusion to Pablo Escobar? But really, I think it was about Pablo Picasso, and he referenced himself being an artist previously. So I did listen to the album actually today, and I loved it, surprisingly so. You know, the song, that one song, I wasn't feeling it, and there were a lot of ones that I was like, the beat's a little There's a lot of gospel songs on there.
Really?
That's cool.
So there is a mix, and it's very unique. Like each song has a totally different vibe, and Pitchfork rated it a 9 out of 10 stars.
Oh, wow.
And they kind of rate like indie and underground albums, and they don't really rate just single songs. So that part's kind of cool. And I'll give him credit where credit is due, but the Taylor diss, I'm like, not necessary. You're already on that level, and so is she. Like, good for you, girl. You don't need it.
He's got talent. He just needs to stop dissing other people, because that's just taking away.
I agree. I agree, because like I don't like the personal stuff that Kanye does. I don't agree with it, but I do really respect him as an artist. I think like with his music and lyric wise, some of it's genius.
That's
like,
what my friend is really a fan.
So sad.
My friend's a fan of Kanye. Really loves not him as a person, loves his music, and he says that, you know, it's a shame because all of this. Not only Kardashian bullshit, but just his bullshit is getting it's taking away from what could have made him a legend.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he is technically still going to be a legend, it's come on, there's too much crap around it that people don't respect him as much.
Yeah, so like how people view you at the end of the day, and like when you are gone, like how are people? What is your legacy?
Yeah,
you don't
it's
want
gonna
to
be that crazy psycho guy on stage saying he's gonna be president and freaking dissing poor innocent girls like Taylor Swift 2 times.
Not only that, but I mean,
the Bill Cosby tweet. I mean, we could go on and on here. So it's just like
I just can't with him. But I really hope that he takes control of this and takes accountability for his actions, and just like really just shows himself as an artist rather than all this other stuff that's happening right now on Twitter with him.
Sam, any news and gossip for you before we get to our giveaway?
A little more. So Kanye did take to Twitter after the whole controversy and not showing up to the Grammys that night after Taylor's speech, and he did discuss the recent controversy, his debt, and his hopes for his upcoming album. So check it out there if you want any more details. And furthermore, a little update on Khloé's romantic life. You guys know that recently her and her boyfriend James Harden broke up.
Yeah.
And she's been spending a lot of time with Odom since his October overdose. And even though the two have called off divorce proceedings, they did spend Valentine's Day together, a source told E!News, but they're not getting back together, and it's not a priority right now for them.
Yeah, I think.
And basically, she just wants to focus on his recovery and well-being.
I just love him. I think that they are soulmates.
I mean, in a way, but I mean, man, you can't live with someone who's going to cheat on you constantly.
I know.
I feel for her.
I know, but I just love like the way that they. And that could be a whole other
Taye Diggs, though, huh?
Yeah, they were flirting a little bit.
He is right up her alley. Sorry, I just go in my purse. I whip out. All right, guys, this is my pimp cup, and it's. I would have left it up. I would have left it up here the whole time, but it's completely broken because it fell off my thing. Yes.
I'll hold
so what I said last week was we were going to be putting all of the names in here for our giveaway in my massive pimp cup. So let's mix it up. We had a really great. We had a number of people try out for this, so good luck to everybody, and I'm really excited.
Are we choosing how many?
We were just gonna do the one because we wanted to see how this one went.
Okay, got it.
We were kind of doing different things. We were just gonna see how this one went first, and let's. Oh, I'm nervous. Why am I nervous?
Yeah.
All right, go for
we
it.
need some like drum roll music or something.
Yes.
Music, no.
And the winner is.
Wait, do we have it?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. I gotta pick one. I'm getting anxious.
The winner is. Is it upside down?
No, I think this is it.
Okay, that way.
DJ UDITHS. Let me look this up. I don't know how you pronounce this, but this is
the winner.
This is the winner. Hold on, I got you.
And basically, what it is we got some awesome stuff that was provided by the Peachy Queen blog, right, on Instagram.
Bella Eve Boutique. Her name's Amy, and she has her own store, Bella Eve Boutique, and then she has her own blog.
Yes,
awesome.
Her page is awesome.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, you're definitely gonna love the gifts that we have for you.
Out of all of the ones here, I'm like trying to figure out who this is. Oh.
Did you find them?
Yes. Woohoo!
Yay.
This lovely girl, DJ Judith's, or I think I'm saying it. But we will definitely contact you and put them out there. She has pictures of such a cute little girl. So I'm really happy that you won this. So we'll definitely be
we'll be in contact with you.
And sorry I said your name wrong, but everyone else can say I was like, Judith, what is this?
Judith.
And this giveaway, this was like our first one, and thank you guys all for participating and like getting involved, and we'll definitely probably have more giveaways and fun things for you guys.
Yes.
We'd love to. Seriously, thank you guys so much for even doing this, because it really helped us all like kind of grow as a team, and really just, I don't know, really loved it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and you can find all of us on our social media. You can find me on Twitter at Justine DiVanna 3 and on Let's Face It with Justine, and that's on Instagram. I'm thinking of doing Khloé Kardashian's look this week, the whole like hair and makeup thing. So let me know if you guys want to see that, because I think I'm gonna do that for you guys. Yeah.
All right, guys. My name is Dakota T. Jones. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones.
And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Laila Sandry.
Once again, I'm Samantha Benitz. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Samantha_Benitz.
And thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned next week, and we will see you then.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Woo!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.